G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. I've got another cocktail for you right now. This is one of those infamous and dangerous one of everything cocktails. There's lots of variants of these. Probably the best known is the Long Island iced tea, but there's lots of little variations. People going with the, hey, let's just put a bit of everything. It kind of feels like these drinks were invented by someone who had a little bit left in a lot of bottles in their bar and went, I wonder how all of these would go together. This particular one is called a Grateful Dead, and it has a lot of ingredients. The measures I'm going to be using for the spirits are only half an ounce, 15 mils of each one. But you know, you could ratchet that up or down depending on how smashed you want to get or how many people you want to make this for. But the website where I found this, the Difford's Guide, has a lot of good cocktail recipes on it. And as I was searching for recipes that had orange liqueur in it, this one popped up, and they claimed that it might sound a bit weird, but it's honestly a pretty good drink. So I'm going to give it a go. Let's put together a Grateful Dead. I don't make a lot of cocktails with vodka in it. It's once you get into the flavors of cocktails, you realize in a lot of drinks, vodka is just a filler because it's, you know, essentially a neutral spirit. But you'll find in a lot of these drinks, the one of everything drinks, vodka does show up. The Grateful Dead is no exception. We are putting half an ounce, 15 mils of vodka in. We're also putting in half an ounce of white rum. Now, often I'd say when rum is called for in a drink, don't be too shy about using whatever rum you have, but it will spoil the look of this drink if you don't use a white rum. So it's definitely very strongly recommended. Add half an ounce, 15 mils of white rum. My feature spirit for this week shows up next, the orange liqueur. I'm using dry curacao from Marionette, but hey, use what you have, whether it be curacao, triple sec, Cointreau, even Grand Marnier. They'll all give the drink a slightly different profile, but as it's only half an ounce, it's not going to make a radical difference. But that's the next cab off the rank, half an ounce, 15 mils of orange liqueur. We haven't finished with the white spirits. This one also has gin. I'm using an Australian gin from Applewood, their Fingerline gin. Use the one that you like, whether it be dry or a bit more citrusy like this one. But once again, half an ounce, 15 mils, this time some gin going in. That's it for the white booze, but not all of the alcohol that's going in. We're now going to add half an ounce of green melon liqueur. This is why all the other drinks were specifying to use the white spirits, so we get a clear green colour from the Midori. If you mix it up with, like, say, a darker rum, for instance, it would get a much muddier colour. So it'll be a much more visually appealing drink if all the other spirits are white. And now we add 15 mils, half an ounce of green melon liqueur. That's it for the booze, but there is some citrus going in. In this case, we're going to add 1 ounce. Yes, this is a slightly different measurement. Instead of half an ounce, we're putting a full 30 mils or 1 ounce of lime juice into our Grateful Dead cocktail. And finally, we're adding half an ounce of sugar syrup, just to provide a little bit of balance to that tartness from the lime juice. And then we're done. So far as ingredients go, we add 15 mils of sugar syrup. We add a good amount of ice to our cocktail shaker, and now it's time, give it a shake for 10 or 15 seconds. After shaking, we strain this into a tall glass with ice. My ice is somewhat of a tight fit in this glass. Wasn't really expecting, actually I have to admit I was half expecting that. I like that effect of it slowly bubbling through though. It's balancing up. And there we go. And that's just topped it off. And I'm going to add just the tiniest amount of soda, lemonade in my case, to that to top it off. And there we have the Grateful Dead. If you like a green drink, that's a great colour. But let's see, does it actually balance well with that little bit of everything in there? Oof, for something with so much booze in it, that is a really refreshing drink. It's really light. I mean, you saw I only put the smallest amount of lemonade to top it up. Depending on the glass you put it in, you may put more or less of your lemonade or soda to top it. But even with the tiniest amount of topping, it does not taste strong, and it is strong. But yeah, it's really nice. Just that the lime juice and the fruitiness from the melon liqueur is actually probably a slightly surprisingly good drink. It is one of those ones that you should maybe only drink one or two of, though. There's a lot in there. Like I said, if you want to make a taller glass, just, up the up the amounts that you put in, or make a batch to share with friends. Actually be a pretty good party pleaser, this one. Make a punch with these proportions in there. It's actually quite good, and as an experiment, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'd be interested of all the one of everything drinks, whether it's a Grateful Dead, Long Island iced tea, Adios Motherfucker. I think there's an LA iced tea. Is there one that's your favourite? Or does this just seem a bit excessive? Occasionally when you just put, one of everything in the drink, it feels a little bit excessive. But, what's life if not to have a little bit of excess every now and then? I think we'll call this a sometimes drink rather than an everyday drink. But I quite like it, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would be great if you did subscribe. Tell your friends, hit the subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I'm uploading, and you can come back and have a few more cocktail adventures. Try and keep it fun for you. But in the meantime, look after yourselves. I hope you stay well. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers.